I was about to ask what the password is.
You know better.
I do.
Alrighty. Well, I guess this will officially be the start of Tavern of Thoughts. Let's go. So, hi, buddy. Oh, this is gonna be my sensitivity is way too high. Oh my goodness. Well, smack. This is going to be a podcast between me and my friend, Luke. Oop, there we go. Luke, the shoulder pop. Now, Luke, I have a question for you.
What's the question, Caleb?
What should we talk about, my friend? We have many prompts that we can pick from. Do you want to spin the wheel to find out? Oh, damn it, I dropped them. Well, I don't know which one of these bullets was the one I brought over here. Oh, it's that one. Okay, thank you.
Let me check our list real quick.
Sure. Oh, you brought a footprint. You're a dirty boy. Now, we will...
Let's go with a random number 1 through 20.
Number...
Because
Okay.
I cannot pick, honestly.
Alright. Clicking the spin. I really hope that it doesn't land on your choice then. Alright, number 15. It's one of your actual topics that you've chosen. What is the one thing that you hate about modern society, and how would you go about changing it? Well, it was your prompt. Oh god! Oh no! I need to. I straight up thought you were the dead body right there. I'm not gonna lie. Where's the water bucket?
I'm gonna go with my first-hand answer of
Here it is.
the American medical system.
American medical system? I mean, I do agree. I do think that is quite a shitty situation. It's part of the reason why I tend to steer clear of the hospitals. The habitals. Oh no. If you were going to change it, how would you change it, I guess? Is the better question here. Because, like, I agree. It is... There is no way in reasonable likelihood that the average person or the average Joe is going to have $27,000 to pay for, like, an ruptured appendix emergency surgery. And unless you have insurance, you're just like, well, sorry, you're going to be paying this off for the next foreseeable future of your life.
And that's exactly it, is the average American, because I did specify American medical system.
Yeah. I mean, like, there are flaws in the other systems as well, which we can get into. Ooh, I should not stand on that.
The average American isn't going to have that much money, exactly like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so tough, because now,
Ooh.
specifically for me, I'm stuck with a bill I can't pay, with a job that doesn't pay enough for that bill.
I mean, and you're working
and
factory
insurance,
work, which is like one of the best paying jobs that you can get, unless you go into like, you know, like corporate and you spend thousands of dollars to be. Oh God, there's a person in this. Like to be someone that has gone through like 10 years of college to get your master's and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's even more debt just to pay off that debt of that one medical bill.
Exactly. And I guess there's not really a great solution to it. I brought you a gift.
You made a mess. I just cleaned this. You stinker. Why can't I lift him? Is he heavy? Get in there. I can't lift him.
So, I guess the way to fix it is to really have insurance pay for everything.
I mean, from what I have read stories about like a hack on doing something where if you're not trying to, or if you get charged this massive bill. Oh my God, the people everywhere. like the massive bill, and that's like a ludicrous amount. Will you start making a mess? You should
I will not.
like ask them for an itemized list of the things that they are charging you for and stuff like that, because oftentimes that will shrink the bill because it's not really truly as big as it is. They're just making stuff out because that's how doctors get paid the money, is by having these really big prices. It can lead to them being able to pay everyone.
That's all well and good until the bill that you are provided was an itemized bill.
Fair. Then I'd ask for my scalpel that I clearly am paying $8,000 for. Like, if I paid that much, I should have that item. And of course, I guess that's just the Dutch in me on that idea. I'm not saying that, like, what I heard was, like, the golden rule, or, like, it has to be this way or the highway. I'm just saying, like, it's what I've heard. I know that it's not a flawless system. In no form.
No, it's a very flawed system. It causes a lot more stress on the people who need stress the least.
Yes. And that is like one of my big gripes is like when I'm currently planning for my wedding that's in like less than a month. There's a lot of stress that goes into it, and a lot
it's like
more.
3 weeks away, Caleb.
They don't need to know the exact date, you bastard.
Well, don't tell them when this episode comes out. Like when we're talking about this episode.
You know, fair. But, like, there's a lot that goes into it, and for the most part, whenever I was asked questions...
Hi.
Whenever I was asked questions about, like, what I wanted for, like, the flower display and all that kind of stuff, for me personally, as a guy, I don't know if it's just all guys or if it's just me, I don't really care as long as
I want what happy. I want what makes her happy. That's it.
That's the biggest. Like, that's exactly what I say. And you want to know what I get back? That's not what I wanted to hear. And I'm like, well, then I don't know how to help you, because, like, I'm trying to do exactly what would make you happy, and apparently that's just not it. Not it giving you what you want is making you not what you want, and it's just like, I can't win, you know? So it got to a point where I was not really getting to put my input on a lot of the things. And, like, hey, that took a lot of stress off my shoulders, but unfortunately it just put it on both my mom and my significant other, Michaela. And then because, believe it or not, this is our first rodeo, our first wedding, we don't know what we need. Like, we don't know the basics.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, and it's been a lot like, well, did you mean to not invite these people? No. Like, I could have sworn I invited everyone, but I guess I don't have all my family members on my friends list, kind of thing, on Facebook. So it's been a lot of ducking through hoops and jumping through ladders, just trying to make it to the end, you know. And yeah, we're getting close.
And if you're having any sort of medical issues or any sort of anything else issues,
if I get a single, like, if my gallbladder goes any worse and I need to have that emergency surgery, then, like, that could throw off the entirety of the wedding. And then not only that, I probably won't even have the funds for the wedding anymore at that point, which is a massive blow. Like, I've been saving up for years for this thing.
Right. And it's kind of where I'm at right now, where I fully intend to marry my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've met her. She's a doll, and she's a perfect fit for you. I mean, hell, I was there on the day that you said, I think she's the one, and I was like, if that's truly what you feel, and, like, gung ho, man, like, put all the effort in if you truly believe it, and here we are. Like, you have, and she has, and I'm happy for you guys, and, like, genuinely.
Yeah, and, like, I want to give her the world.
As long as it fits within your wallet.
Yeah, it's not so much about giving her the world, it's about giving her the slice that I can afford. But
exactly. Now,
but at the same
don't get me
time,
started on
I'm
housing
always going to want to give her more.
Yes. Don't get me started on housing. That's another topic for later.
Well, probably later in this episode, because it's another part of the modern society that I fucking hate.
That's only if we roll that, sir. But yeah, no, I especially with medical bills, like especially getting married, we're gonna come to other problems where now if Michaela gets like if an accident happens and we have to try to like scrounge around bills just to, you know, make ends meet. Like it's not just me that is going to have to like. Oops, you first. I don't want to make a mess here. Like, if I get into an accident walking to work and all that kind of stuff, it's not just me that's paying for it. Like, it's Michaela. Like, we put time and effort into this day. Now, granted, my mom's put a lot more, as I was stating. Like, she's taken up the mantle to be the middleman between me and Michaela when it came to the decisions. Uh-oh.
Right.
There we go.
And I'm kind of looking at my intentions of marrying Casman, and it's like I'm looking at it like I am going to have to pay for just about everything.
And like, yeah, it is a shitty feeling, but when you're doing it for the one you love,
right?
Nothing really, like the price doesn't matter at that point.
Exactly,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Within reason, I will say. Like, don't get me wrong, I will give Michaela the world, but as long as it's so that we can both.
If the world costs $40 billion,
yeah, I'm gonna go and buy her a miniature world and say, "Look, I gave you the world. I tried."
Right.
Hey,
yeah, there's a lot that I want to give but can't afford, and it's the mantle that guys bear. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, and this is going to sound a lot worse, but women typically don't think about that when it comes to weddings specifically.
Yeah, no, I understand exactly what you mean. They just are looking at the aesthetic, not the bill tag attached. And like, I hate to say it, but like, I'm not trying to say that all men think about is money. It's more, what I feel like the better way of phrasing it is, we don't necessarily just think about the money. What we think about is how comfortable we will be afterwards, after this expense. Is like, is it really worth putting ourselves this far in the hole just so it looks 10 times prettier in a bar, you know?
Right. And so I'm looking at it like, yes, I do want to do all of these things. But what it means is that I'm going to have to put off other things to do it. And there are things I just can't afford to put off. Like, I have to pay my medical bills.
Yeah, that will literally haunt you for years. Well, hopefully not years. I'm hoping for a nice raise for you in the future, buddy.
Right. But it's put off one thing or put off another thing. And at this point, it's looking like put off wedding.
Ooh.
Which is the worst thing to say, because I want to do it.
Yeah, no, like, I completely understand. You want to have that legally binding ring and all that kind of fun stuff. Oh, to be fair,
it's not even that. It's just a proclamation.
Yes.
It's I won,
yes.
Right?
Well, not just that you won. It's more like you have made it in the big dream of, like, the American dream, so to speak. Like, you finally have that family. That isn't,
right,
like, just blood related. Oh my goodness, what is going on? What? You're throwing things out of the trash.
I don't know exactly what happened, but it happened, and deal with it.
Something
There's probably blood on the
plants
ceiling now.
And not a fungus, but it has teeth. Okay, well, that's horror news for later. Hey.
So yeah, it's right now it's looking like I'm gonna have to put off the wedding for a year, which is unfortunate because
yeah,
we're already not going to be able to do it in the time frame we wanted.
mm-hmm.
So to say, yeah, we absolutely can't do it in the time frame we thought we could
Mm-hmm.
is even tougher.
Well, all I can say, and I guess root for you in this regard, besides like obviously, hopefully you're going to be able to get it done sooner. It's hopefully that your family doesn't pester you like, oh, so when's the wedding kind of thing over and over again, because because that is a big thing when it comes to family like pressure. And
It's not so much that like
mm-hmm. I know your family necessarily wouldn't do it, but I don't necessarily know what happens fully behind closed doors. So
right.
I mean, you were the third of three brothers. There's kind of like an expectation that kind of is attached with that title. You know, like, oh look, your brothers have already done this, yada yada yada. Where's yours?
Luckily enough, my middle brother has not gotten married yet.
We don't talk about your middle brother's issues, except for talking about his comic book issues, which he has none. At least last I checked. But yeah. Why is it every time I walk over here, there's more?
I don't know. To tell the truth, I don't know. But no, to be completely honest, I don't know what issues he really has. And
like, it might be something like mental. It could just be like emotional problems or like mental problems that have come from his time in employment. You know, like there might just be more PTSD related things that we don't truly know.
Right.
But like, he's still your brother, and I still care about him, you know. But you want to know what isn't helping him? The American medical situation.
All right, yeah, that's Caleb. You're gonna hate my guts.
What are you throwing shit down?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did I just see a flying hand?
No, you saw a flying leg.
Ew, there's
Here,
a torso. I'm walking away. I'm done
flesh.
You know, you want to know what would help these people? Not
the American,
not the American Health Association. Nope, they're already dead. Too far gone. But now the Necromancer Health Association. We might be able to help this guy. He has no arms though, so, or body. He's literally just torso.
Poor buddy.
Poor guy. But no, like there are a lot of things that are wrong with the world, and there's not really much that we can do to fix it because stuff has been set in stone for so long that it's like having to move a boulder just to change a single line of print of code, so to speak. Like that reminds me of a meme that I saw. Oh, hey, give me that head. Oh, man. So, no head? But it reminds me of a meme where it is literally a line of code, and at the very top of the code there's a thing written that says, there has been attempted to be fixed this amount of times. If you try to somehow fix it and fail, add your number and name to the code so that as a warning to the next person. And the number of this code is like the amount of times people have attempted to try to fix it in some format is like over 900 times, and like the list keeps growing because it is literally held together by like wishful thinking and the tears of a small child, and no one knows why it works in any format.
Yeah, that does kind of sum up the American healthcare system.
Yep. It's been set in stone for so long, no one knows how it works or how to fix it, and they just keep adding to the tally. Although, I think that Mario guy tried fixing it, and it did impact it slightly. But, oh no, it wasn't Mario, it was Luigi. The elder super brother. Luigi. Ouija. Great, now all I can think about is the, Uptown Funk, but in Waluigi. But, yeah, I mean, when it comes to the one benefit that I have to say that the American Health Organization, or like the whole system does have, is oh, that scared me. Don't cost the streams and only kill ghosts. The one thing that I can say that does have a benefit is, unlike with like the Canadian healthcare system and all that kind of stuff, when like you're able to go into the ER and be seen normally within that night. Don't break those barrels. We need those. You're also making burn marks everywhere, you dingus. But like with the Canadian healthcare, you can apply to be seen, and then when you get seen can vary from 3 months to like 2 weeks. Like it's so sporadic, you don't know. Some people have been on wait lists for like half a year just because of the stomach pain, and then when they finally get to see you, you're like, well, it's gone now. I managed to live, or it's healed in the wrong way. Wish you could have saw me beforehand. But they're like, all right, well, you should have came in sooner. You're like, it's a whole other thing.
Right. And the thing is, I don't want Canadian healthcare. I don't want American healthcare. I want a happy medium where you can get seen in a decent amount of time, but also don't have to pay out your ass for it.
I believe what you're looking for is Ye Olden Doctor in the Wild West, where they just use literally motor oil for everything or something like that. Like, yeah, you just put some motor oil down your leg and it'll work. And hodgepodge.
Fuck, man, I'd take meatball medicine when it came to my gallbladder.
From what I heard, is it was a meatball medicine that happened. Basically.
The thing had to come out, and they waited 6 months to do it.
Mm-hmm. They're like, no, it's just gas. Bro, it is literally churned color. Look,
yeah,
this looks so bad over here. What'd you do, just play on a corpse and dance around? Look at all these footprints. Oh my God.
I mean, that's part of what I did.
What did you do to the corpse? Oh, I don't want to know. Do I have to tell your significant other? Do I have to rat you out?
You don't have to rat me out for anything, because I didn't fuck it.
Okay, good. Whew.
I may have jerked off on it.
Oh, that's what that white spudge was.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the free healthcare, like it has its benefits. You don't have to pay for it, but God knows when you'll be seen. Whilst the American healthcare, you will probably pay out your ass for it unless you have really good insurance. And even then, like paying for medical insurance, like that's not like a cheap number. That's like a huge ass number already. And even then, it only like discounts at a portion. Like my grandfather, he was recently in the hospital and all that kind of stuff, and recently in the hospital, and he was showing me his medical bill for the entire time that he was like unconscious and having to stay in there for like the week and a half. And he's a veteran, so he at least has like the VA helping him and all that kind of stuff. He's like, the price that they charged him was like over $83,000 or $89,000 for like the week he was in there, and just like saline drip and just monitoring and breathing, like making sure he's breathing and all that. And then, like, what he was telling me is, like, the VA only paid, like, $15,000 of it. And I was like, holy shit. And I thought he had to pay that difference. He's like, no, they cover all of it. It's just they only paid paid the hospital that much. I'm like, man, I wish I could just say, like, all right, this is how much I'm paying, and then that's it. It's gone forever now. Like, that'd be so nice. But like, still, like, looking at those prices, and he was only in there for a week because he was found unresponsive after he broke his hip. Like, that is ludicrous of a price.
I was in the hospital for 4 hours. Granted, it was during a surgery, and they charged $20,000.
God, that is so much. Like, I don't know where.
Granted, insurance covered $16,000, but that still leaves me with a $4,000 bill.
Yeah.
That I can't pay.
I forgot I stored things in that. I mean, like, it's a very, very, very slow pay, and hopefully the interest doesn't get ludicrously high as well. That's my that's my worry. I don't know what the interest.
So the thing is, hospitals cannot charge you interest. If you go to if you get a loan to just consolidate the debt, then they can charge you interest. But as long as you leave the debt with the hospital, they can't charge interest.
No, but they can sue you if you don't pay it back fast enough.
They can send you to collections if you don't pay it back fast enough.
I need that. I need that.
I'm bringing it to where you need it.
I will smack the wall. Oh,
or me, apparently.
I swear it was not in my intention. I do apologize for any unknown background music. The significant other that I am getting married to is watching Smosh in the background. And I don't know if it's coming through on the mic, I'll be honest. I've been trying my best to keep it quiet, but... Now,
don't get me wet.
I didn't just get you wet, I got you bloodied.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I know how you like your water.
Yeah, that's so much better.
In it. Hey,
Bye.
I will start smacking the wall. Come back here. Now, how would I go about changing the medical system? Because, like, we've talked about what's wrong with it. Luke, what have you done?
Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. Did you walk on the barrel? Or bucket?
No. I mean, maybe kind of, but...
Or try to fly on a bucket. I guess... Trying to...
It's not so much about how would you change the American healthcare system. It's about what do you hate of modern society? And how would you go about changing it? I mean, that was the prompt.
Was it that? Could have sworn.
Yeah.
Well, we were on the healthcare for so long, I just assumed it was that at that point. Well, I mean, yeah. That is a very big thing, but I think the biggest thing that I think is wrong with society is that, modern society in particular, is that everyone has become way more selfish. Like, everyone only really thinks about themselves, and, like, you can even tell, like, a lot of this new generation of kids is like, they only really think about themselves. No, I'm not saying that there aren't people who are like, hey, wait, no, I totally look out for other people. I'm like, yeah, no, like, I'm not saying you don't.
There are good ones.
There are good ones, but you can very clearly tell people who were raised in money. Like, you can actually take the royal family, like Prince Charles. He, like, there was a report that one of his secretaries, or like the people that he has hired, his butler, I think, he literally called his butler in to his room because a letter from the Queen had fallen into the waste bin right next to him, and he couldn't think for himself to get up to go pick it up because he was raised to always have someone else do things for him. It had gotten that bad that he generally didn't see a flaw in it. And it's not like he was calling him over just to extort power, like, haha, I'm better than you, I'm richer, or whatnot. No, it was genuinely, he just lacked the ability to think for himself on it. And, that's just, like, the extreme. Oh, that... I'm so sorry, buddy. I'll get you a new bucket. But, like, that's just the extreme of the situation. I mean, like... oh, man, I'm getting a leg. How did I know it was a leg? It could have been an arm or an intestine, but it happened to be a leg. But... yeah, I'm having a lot of ums a moment. But... when it comes to, like... if you're looking at society, as people get older, they just think more only about themselves, less about helping others, or like helping your fellow man. And I don't know if it's just because of how we've all been raised, or if it's more of a, oh, I was gonna get you a bucket, that's why I went over there. Or if it was something more along the lines of like something that is more taught to us based off of how the world reacts to us, you know?
Right.
Because, like, I've grown up in... you have the bucket? Ah! You weren't supposed to let go, I was. But in society, like, I know there are plenty of times when I've seen, like, a teenager run over and try to help someone that dropped a book. They don't know each other, they'll just do it out of the kindness of their heart. But then, like... I've also seen, like, an old lady need help picking something up, and I've seen, like, 12 people walk past, not trying to help. You better hold that bucket.
Holding it.
Good. Alright, there you go. And, like, 12 people will walk past, and then, like, teenagers will help, or, like, little kid will come over, like, do you need assistance? Like, greed is not natural, or I don't think it's a natural thing, in the form of... greedy not helping others. I feel like it's more something that I think that is what is taught to us, that money is everything, and to that same regard that means your time is money and all that kind of stuff, and it's like that slowly stacking to the point where people stop caring about others, if that makes sense.
Right.
I don't know necessarily if that's an easy thing to fix, if that is even possible. Because, like, some things are just hardwired into the body in a form. Ooh, there's stuff here. Let me grab a bear. But, like, I don't feel like evil is hardwired, if that makes sense. Like, malicious...
I think there are individuals who are.
Individually, I do agree. Like... there's totally times when... oh, I found a dead person here. I'm just gonna drop him in the mess up after. There's too late. But, like, I think greed is probably more along the line something that is more trained. Because, like, early civilization, like, early man, we didn't have money. We had trading, like... you helped move this heavy rock for me, and then I share my food with you. Like it was not. It was not like greed. There was no greed in it. It was always helping your fellow man. And once we got more into the advance, I think like the Industrial Revolution is like a really big part of it. But like, basically, it could have been technically like even early.
It's capitalism.
Capitalism, yeah. Capitalism hit the world, and like there are benefits to capitalism. Like it means that you're getting paid for what you're doing, and that means that you're able to exchange. Like this essence of the trading system from way back when we were like not Neanderthal. Although I guess technically Neanderthals probably did too, but like early stage of man. Trading has always been the form of like, hey, I'll trade this so that you can, like, I'll have bread or whatnot. In those same regards, we just changed the thing that we're trading for a piece of paper that we say has value over us. You know, that's kind of like
give
money.
Me orange.
What?
Give me orange, give me.
give orange, give me orange, give orange. I want orange, you give orange.
Give me you.
Give me you. Okay. But that is more what I think is wrong. But looking at how all civilization has really processed, like no great civilization has really lived past 200 years. Like 200 years is right when everything kind of comes crumpling down. I mean, look at like ancient Greece and all that. Granted, they fell through war, but why did all those jump when you walked into them? No chippies. Got some Crispos. What are these? Oh, fat so. Hey, these chips just called me fat, man. But like, I feel like that is what is wrong with it, because like, if you look at communism, like, its various core qualities and what it was wanting to do, you can see like it had good intentions. The problem is that people in power, or like someone starts cornering the market, I don't think that's the right term for it, but basically, like, they exploit the system is what it is, and that's the problem, is that people are exploiting it, and once you exploit it to the point where you are like in control, winners keep winning is the best way to, you know, like how Ethan says it. Winners stay winning, gamblers stay losing. Okay, he doesn't say that part. I know he's the gamble man. But
which is funny because he doesn't even gamble.
He doesn't gamble in real life, but he will gamble in games. Like, hell.
And he wins those gambles. Yeah, that's just how he is.
Balacho hit him like a storm. I think Balacho hit the world like a storm, to be honest. Like, that was the fastest game in the longest... like...
Fastest game in the West.
Fastest game in the West for someone to be winning and then losing in the same... no, technically... Oh, I moved you. Technically, I guess... Also... Like, Binding of Isaac was also, like, one of those big games that hit the world by storm and then just kind of fell off a little bit. But I feel like that just follows its own other topic of... Like... not to just push this topic that we've been talking about for a while away, but like to more go along with what I was going, like with games in general. The problem with a lot of the gaming in this world is that it's become, ironically, money grubbing. Like, people only really care about printing money at this point. Like,
so the biggest problem is that nobody has a unique idea anymore.
Or if they
Balacho is like the standalone.
I mean, it's actually why I enjoy playing indie games. Like, I will shell out $5-10 for a brand new indie game, way more than I will for a AAA game, because AAA, they literally are just copying and pasting. Like, what Call of Duty are we on now? Call of Duty 12? I don't know. I haven't followed it since
Black Ops 7, I'm pretty sure.
Well, Black Ops 7, my bad. I haven't followed Call of Duty, at least even the Black Ops chain, since number 3. I haven't touched any of it from then. Besides Call of Duty Ghost, and like, I think the only actual other one that I picked up was not the World at War, but like World War I. That's what it was.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, I played that game, played it, and unlocked all the guns, had fun, but I came to a point where I'm like, I'm done shelling out $80 for the same game, just changed skin. Like that. A
lot of the games that are released now as their own standalone games could have been a DLC for another game. DLCs are bad too, though.
I mean, I'm okay with the DLC as long as it brings more content that isn't like, oh yeah, we just changed some skins. You know, like if it's not that, if it's like genuinely new maps, like just if it's new content that allows me to enjoy the same thing I've already paid money for, I'm okay with it. But not like, not if the DLC is like a portion of the game that should have came out at launch, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, I don't approve with the concept of releasing a half-baked game just so you get the money now so that you can potentially finish the game later. Like, those empty promises. Like, I dealt with empty promises at my old job for the longest time, and after enough of them, I just said, you know, I'm done, and I finally quit. I was going to be the second assistant manager, and I did all the things that was required of me. I dotted my I's, crossed my T's, and when it came time for it, they said that nothing was nothing was coordinated with them, and that I would have to redo everything that I had already did for the last 4 months, working up to that point, if I wanted to try to do it. So basically, start over because it didn't count. Now, if it was only like maybe a week's worth of something, it wouldn't have been bad. But like
Right.
4 months of progress saying never counted. That was that tipped the scales to the point where I was just done. Like I've dealt with empty promises or shallow truths, I should say. But like games are another thing because like there's so many early Why are you throwing up there? We need them down here. There are these actual like boxes that tell you where to put things. Like
Catching you.
This one says crates. You know all the things you just threw up there? But like so many early access games that I have gone and getting, like, man, this looks very promising. And then after enough people have put stuff in, they're like, nope, we're done now. We're leaving. It's just a dead project. Like, I know back when we used to play Ark, we swapped over to the other one. I think it was like Dark and Light. It was a magic Ark, basically.
Right.
And it was a really cool game. But shortly after we got it, they stopped production on it. It was just fully like, once they got their money from people paying the $20, $30 for these early access games, and then it just died. They just chose not to continue it. And I don't know if it's because they didn't get enough people to show interest during that early stage or whatnot. But that shouldn't even be a point when it comes to when you're making a game. You're not making a project and then testing the waters to see if people want it, and then just failing when it doesn't sell well as a half-baked product, you know?
Right.
That is like one of my biggest frustrations, and why I'll always shell out money more for like $5 for an indie game, because I know what I'm getting. It is a unique idea, or maybe even a rehashing of a similar idea. Like, let's take Lethal Company, for example. That was a $10 game, and how many hours of entertainment did we get out of that game? Easily 60, 80 hours, because it was constant replayable fun. Like, no run was ever exactly the same. Like, sure, after you played it for a while, you kind of knew what kind to expect, but there was still enough randomness and wild tendencies that could happen that made the game fun. And then they brought in modding to allow you to play with more friends. Oh, barrel. More friends, have custom skins, mods, custom creatures. Like, they opened it up to the community to allow for more entertainment value openly. Like, yeah, they still come out with more content themselves as a solo developer for the game, and like, it does a great job as like, I paid $10, and I would gladly pay more for an extra DLC later for that game still. And like, there have been games that have come out that are clones of it in some ways. Like, there's
Repo, for example.
But
that's a clone, but it
is a clone, but it changes the formula just enough to make it a unique experience. I don't know.
The thing I hate is the tendency towards Battle Royale.
Oh my god, yes. Ever since Fortnite became popular, it basically killed the entirety of the imagination.
Unique ideas.
Yeah, the imagination train. It's just like, oh, Battle Royales are the new big hit thing. Everything needs to be Battle Royale. There are so many good games that we played that
almost made it into the incinerator.
It almost did. It also hit me in the face.
Oh, you liked it. Don't worry about it.
Ooh. No, the thing is like, as soon as Battle Royales gained ground, nothing else mattered when it came to the creative engine. I mean, like, we were playing The Cycle way back when it was still early, and that had a battle royale concept, but they changed the formula to where it wasn't just random loot to hopefully get to extraction. It was, you had missions to do on the planet of like killing certain enemies to get the resources, securing drills so you were making money, and then you use that money to then make like to buy new gear that you pre-planned going in. Like, it was enough enough of a difference that it gave itself its own unique identity. And then they went later, after it wasn't doing well as a free game, like the populace, it wasn't a well-known game, and like they decided, all right, time to change it, and they went off, like they took it offline. And then afterwards, it came back a ghost of its former shelf, like just an empty shell. It's the same map, same weapons, but none of the fun camaraderie and entertainment that we built up playing those games. Like, those side missions that you went into, like that fun part, doesn't exist anymore. It's now just true battle royale. And it killed the community for it, at least in my opinion. I haven't touched it since.
Yeah. and it's unfortunate because a lot of these games are good. Like, even when Fortnite was in its infancy, there were aspects I was looking at like, oh, this looks interesting. And then they made it a battle royale, and they opened it up to everybody by making it free, and basically ruined it by allowing every toxic person to play.
So, my thing with free-to-play, I don't think free-to-play is necessarily a bad thing.
I don't either.
It allows for a lot more freedom and a lot more of playing games with your friends, especially the people who don't have spare change to play games. And like, I'm not saying that necessarily because I was always the one to buy games for my friends.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've paid a lot of that back.
You have, and I've never held it against you. It's just more, I just thought it was a funny statement as well.
No, for a long time I was kind of that guy.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
We are currently talking on making a Poodscast.
Okay.
You're welcome to be in and join in the conversation. We're currently talking about how the creative juices of the worlds, when it comes to games, has all died as soon as Battle Royales basically took the world by storm. And now everything's just a Battle Royale. Except for, obviously, except not really for you, Jeremy, because you're all about the ASCII games, or traditional roguelikes. Somehow they're still pumping out new ones.
No, that's true. I did just pop in to see what y'all were up to.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I am gonna dip out.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Bye, friend.
Bye.
But yeah,
Who the fuck was that guy?
who the fuck was that? No. It was. It's gonna continue on my point. Like, for some reason, the traditional roguelike have actually made a sudden resurgence in the last few years. Like, I know a really big one that has definitely put the influence into that has been, what was it? Not, it starts with a G, I think. I can't remember the name all of a sudden. Man, Jeremy was here and he had the answer.
Gungeon?
It's not Gungeon. Like, whilst those are fun, like, roguelikes, they aren't traditional roguelikes, which are like ASCII keys for, your characters and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if those count as crates. That's why I haven't been putting them there. Stop throwing them. They're gonna break. But I know that he, like, we've seen Soul Ash is something we've talked about. Number 2, I don't think he ended up wanting to get because they changed its formula enough. But ironically, that was the one I actually drew interest in, because the Soul Ash 1, the one I saw him play, you basically play as the big bad in the story, except you start at level 1 and you have to make your way up to being the big bad. Kind of thing. Yeah, and I thought that was a really cool concept. Like, yeah, you can start as a vampire, but you can only eat blood, so you are starving constantly. So you're just having to be
Right.
that guy. But then there were like other games like I'm gonna alt tab for a second and look at them. Because I know I've seen some. Nope, that's not it. But it's like he has like wizard games where you're creating spells and all that kind of stuff and slinging them, and just like slow turn. Like he's found 6 new traditional roguelikes in the last, I think, 6 months, and like he's been fine. Like he's constantly getting the game type he likes, and I'm jealous because you don't know what I find when I get a new game. Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Or it's trying to be the next Fortnite or the next big Call of Duty clone kind of thing. I mean, the last real big gaming experience that I got that was like the biggest like refreshing from especially my childhood was the Battlefield 6 beta. That was like the closest I've ever gotten to like that traditional classic gaming experience from coming home after school and getting on with friends and having fun, you know?
Right.
I don't know. I truly do feel like the world has just gotten too obsessed with money and making more money and not really caring about the product anymore. And I think that is its root cause. Like, I know you put down Destiny 2 a long while ago because it was kind of repetitive for you, and you kind of burned yourself out in the game and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, I just knocked over the bucket of water I just placed. Dang it. But like for the most part, the game itself has been struggling to say the least. Because it has felt like the game itself has just been trying to find footing anywhere in the form of like skins, in the form of just like other content. Like I was really excited for the Edge of Fate DLC that came out. Like the story looked cool, the whole time traveling. Like I love time travel as a concept, especially when it's done right. After you finished it, there was really no reason to play the game because there was nothing more when it came to content, because the grind was so bad that it made it not enjoyable. You didn't just load into a strike or to like do 2 strikes and then you come out and you're like 10 power levels higher. No. From the very beginning, you're only going up by 1 or 2 levels, and even then, it's after that point, like after you hit a certain point, then you have to grind even harder just to make progress, because now you have to do 12 of the same activities to just get +1 in your power level, and it's not like you're at the hard cap. That's from going from level like 200 to like 205. I've spent 5 hours in the game grinding solo ops and stuff like that just to reach a small increment of progress to the point where I don't want to play it anymore.
That was always my issue.
The power grind wasn't nearly as bad in the previous season. Like, I do understand it gets frustrating having to reset every like big season or expansion or something like that, but like there was some niceness when it came to a grind like that. It gave me something to do when no one else was around, if that makes sense.
Right.
It wasn't just like sitting idly on a screen watching a YouTube channel or a new YouTube episode. No offense to people who might be watching this.
Are you calling me out?
Yes. Do you feel called out?
Yeah.
Good. Like I'm not holding anything against you. It's just more I spend so much time at working that when I come home, I want to de-stress. And I only find that through the companionship of my friends. And I know everyone has real life and all that kind of stuff. You're not just all imaginary in my head. The doctors don't say I don't need schizo meds. They don't exist. But like in reality, it's just more along those lines. Why are you beating me up with the broom? Did you already check these two puppies over here?
Yeah, I did.
Did we get in bank here? But like, I had a speech reset. All right. Yeah, here it is, in the corner.
I need a bucket.
No. But like, it's difficult nowadays to truly find things that are entertaining that I can play with groups of people, because almost everything is. I'm coming back down. There we go. Ooh. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Like, because everyone has their own likes and all that kind of stuff, and especially since when a new game comes out, you have a 1 in 3 chance of it actually being not a turd. I need you to come up because these are bullet holes. Unless you can throw up the tool. But like you have a 1 in 3 of it not being a turd or just being the exact same game, and like it just makes things difficult, you know, when it comes to the reality. I've had a lot of fun playing games like Monster Hunter Wild, even though it's not optimized at all for my computer. Like I see straight up like worse polygonal when I first load into a hunt on all of the NPCs and even the monsters than Tomb Raider on the PlayStation 1's titties. Like straight blocks. And like, even though I have to wait for a little bit and the game runs a little slow for me, it's still some of the funnest stuff I've done besides like Battlefield. Because like there's no battle royale. What?
Do you see any more bullet holes?
Yes, right there in the door. And there's one in the corner there. I think that's it. Use the sniffer. Huh. But like it was been some of the funnest gaming, because it is just a fun experience to play with your friends. Like it's not, you're not having to worry about scoreboards. You're not worrying about whether or not you're going to be sniped from another player that happened to spawn in and get a legendary sniper rifle or anything like that. Can we not open any of these? Is this room really, was this really that small of a mission? Damn. But like it's just very like contained, I guess is the best. It's a contained experience that lets you have fun with your friends. And that's part of the reason why I have fun in like those indie games. And the only way I think I can relatively suggest the world get fixed is really just well not the world, but like the gaming world, I should say, is that people should not be paid based off of product sales. Well, I mean, yes, product sales, but also for the retention of a game, if that makes sense. Like, if the gaming is good, it should be you get paid for people constantly playing a game. Like,
you realize what you're asking for?
But I'm not saying it in the format of, like, a game that's too grindy to enjoy any of the content. I'm not asking for, like, that.
No, what you're asking for is subscription-based gaming.
I absolutely hate subscription-based gaming, only for the simple fact it takes away the freedom of playing games with friends because of income.
Uh-huh.
Like, one of the biggest advancements we've actually had in gaming is just ironically, Helldivers 2 with its full crossplay. Like, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC are all being able to battle together on the same front against the enemies of Super Earth. Like, that is a fun... Well, it's removed those borders that have separated the gaming community oftentimes, and it's stuff that we've asked for. Because, like, what's the point in having the same game on multiple systems if you can't share it with each other, you know? It's always fun talking to each other about things that you're interested in, you know? It's fun to share stuff with people that enjoy the same stuff. That's how you make friends. That's how you find a little bit of happiness in this bleak world that we still live in. And, like, I'm a happy guy, but sometimes I look out my window and I'm fucking depressed. Because the world comes crashing down on me with the reality check. Is there anything we need to throw in? Or I think we might just be done. Are you gonna burn our step ladder? What are you doing, step ladder? But I don't think it fits.
It's too big.
Yeah, like, if more games are crossplay and free-to-play, I feel like there would be a more. And I'm not saying every game needs to be free-to-play, or every game needs to be crossplay. I'm just saying, like, if it's gonna be free-to-play, don't make it a gacha game or something like that where you need to invest money in order to compete with someone that does put money.
Right.
Like, if I'm able to still enjoy a game with you, with not spending any money, then that means that we can still enjoy the same thing. Now, if you get to look cooler while doing it, yeah, I'll feel jealous, and I might eventually surround up some money so I can look cool.
The gameplay.
But it's not affecting the gameplay. Now, I'm not saying cosmetics in games don't affect gameplay. Like Destiny 2, there's straight up ornaments that give benefits depending on which ones you have, because like it might make the gun slightly longer, so it changes how some of the stats work. What?
PUBG moment.
Yeah, PUBG moment. Like PUBG, where you lower your graphics enough so there's no grass, so only you are not seeing grass, kind of thing. So you're getting snipes on things really far away. Does it not work because it's obstructed? I wonder why. But I also feel, oh man, I'm now Sigilbarer 2, 23. I got younger. But like, if you're not going to do a free-to-play model like that, then what I recommend is like allowing for crossplay at that point. Then, if it's going to be on multiple systems, do it that route. It doesn't need to be free-to-play, but have it set so that. Oh, there's my broom. But have it so that you get benefits, or like have it set so that yeah, you're able to cooperate, but then have fun stuff like exclusive banners or stuff that goes to each of your like the things, so you can still represent where you're playing from. You know, like allow crossplay, but doesn't mean that you can't have it with a little bit like college fun, like oh yeah, you're Michigan and I'm gonna be Michigan State kind of thing.
Right.
Like that's fun. Like, go around, make a new idea, do hell, make a Time Splitters 3. Like, just some of the old games that I grew up playing, like the originality that went into them, like the Serious Sam. Yeah, sure, it's an old school, like semi-linear, like boomer shooter, but the commentary, the joking that happens in it, like that stuff's fun. And if you're able to enjoy it with a friend, makes it better. Like hell, their newest games are multiplayer, so you can.
It's so unfortunate that a lot of humor has been lost in games too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more just because everyone's trying to be woke, or like trying to, like they're trying to appease everyone, or like a certain specific group, that it kind of alienates them from everyone else. And I'm not saying like I'm not saying that it's not good to be inclusive. Oh, damn. I'm not saying it's not good to be inclusive, but what I'm saying is that you shouldn't meander to a certain, specific group, Leave enough to the point of, no, stop that. Leave enough to the populace to make their own decisions and all that kind of stuff. Like, if you have a small connection to it, like, sure, whatever. Don't make it, like, game defining. Oh, you picked me up. Where am I going?
Up there.
I'm going to ascend. Yes, honey? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Alright. Well, I feel like that...
I think that's a good spot to call it.
Yeah, I genuinely think that was good. Well, thank you, Luke, for coming to join me on our Tavern of Thoughts of today. And our guest star, Jeremy, wherever he may be. He appeared at a random... Stop eating me with the mop! Stop it! Go away! I'm gonna sniff you! But, yeah, thank you for joining me on this. Hopefully we can do some more of these later. I wish I could have done more for the company. Give me some paperwork to fill out and extra marks. Best day ever.
Hey. Yo. Hey, get down. No.
Damn. We did it. Alrighty. Well, hopefully next time we get into some other really fun topics. Oh no. We're not. Don't look at the walls. Just don't look at the walls here. I swear, it's fine.